So designers, we're 6 hours into the challenge so far, so you're doing a great job. I'm loving some of the things that I'm seeing. As I mentioned earlier, you've now got the help of Mariya and Galina, who will help you with making any technical work. So make sure you use their expertise wisely and keep up the great work.
Most designers that graduate with a fashion degree find it incredibly hard to find a job in fashion, and some don't even end up remaining in the industry. So an opportunity like Stitch to Pitch is one not to be missed on.
Do we have a calculator?
Yeah, sure, I'll get one for you. What is it that you need it for?
I need to calculate the circumference of the waist, so I use the calculator to calculate each measurement for the trouser leg.
Okay.
When I started with the task, I started with going straight into drawing and really just getting as much onto a bit of paper while I still could, considering the time limit. I do wish that I had looked at the fabric first, because I do think that fabric really influences the way you draw and the way you design, because all sorts of fabric holds different shapes.
So me and my sisters, we are all creative. We all do different things. I do fashion. My other sister's a journalist and a hairdresser and a chef. And we all have different passions, but we're able to support each other in every single thing that we do. And having that support is essential, because as a creative, when your identity and your feeling can be tied to your work, it's quite good to have someone that you can relate to and talk to about your experiences, or share your work with and help you get through painful times.
Yeah, so it was like Show Studio by Nick Knight. I was always listening to that, kind of learning about the London fashion scene and the culture that's going on over here. So it kind of opened my eyes up to a different world.
Do you think that by 3 o'clock that will give you enough time to toil and create a pattern?
What time is it now?
I think it's just gone 12, so it's 10 past 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm doing the trouser. I won't need to twirl the trouser.
Okay. No. So guys, we should be at the halfway point right now. Your work is looking fantastic.
Speaking about my designs and my signature, I think almost all the time I try to be sustainable as much as possible, and also storytelling is the main part of my design, where I always try to bring in problems which is in the world. Example, I think my most recent collection was about ocean pollution, and also using materials like hemp and also fabric of cards and waste is what I always design with.
With an avalanche of applicants for Stitch to Pitch, these 4 fashion designers made the cut. And based on what we're seeing, they're definitely performing well under pressure.
I think what I was initially looking for is fashion designers with longevity and understanding of sustainability and differentiation, because there are so many talented creatives, talented designers, but then to build a brand that takes a different skill set. So the 4 individuals that are a part of this program, they stuck out to me in their own individual way, and they not only had obviously a passion for what they were doing, but they also had a core understanding of what their beliefs were and what was driving them to push forward their designs and themselves as human beings.
So far, I feel like everything's going to plan, which is enlightening. So right now I'm just finishing the inside of my lining with a hand stitch, just so it can't be seen. And yeah, just trying to go steady because I don't want it to be too noticeable from the outside. So.
It looks like our designers are really benefiting from the expertise of the technicians, as it's helping to grasp what is and isn't technically possible.
3 things I can live without: my sewing machine, my sewing machine, and my sewing machine. No, I'm joking. Outside of fashion. Oh no!
I think the time frame adds a little bit of extra challenge, to be honest, because it's 24 hours and you need to be really quick and chop, get it done. And I have done something like this back in Hong Kong for the previous competition, but it was a team which worked for 24 hours. So I don't have that advantage now. I have to just do everything by myself.
No, this is definitely the shortest project that I've had to work on before, because normally like our projects are like in school and uni, they're kind of like 6 to 4 weeks long. And this is like basically 24 hours. So I think I'm kind of excited about the challenge and kind of like putting the perfectionism to the side and trying to just be as creative as possible.
I've never worked under this deadline before. I've been able to sew under a short deadline, but having a short deadline to come up with an idea from a concept, to design it, to create the pattern and then make it is stressful, because I do slow fashion, not fast fashion.
So what part are you working on now?
So I'm just putting together the base of my waistcoat. I'm going to quilt it, so I'm trying to put each base panel together so that then I can panel the quilting and then do the finishing after.
Let's take a look on the mannequins. All right, so Alex, talk me through what's going on here.
Yeah, so I'm working on the sleeves now, and I started using the strips as tassels.
Okay.
So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tack stitch each tassel down, and I think it'll give like this nice flowing effect when it moves and if like the model walks. So I think I'm going to carry on with this idea throughout the rest of like the front and the back of the garment.
Remind us what the theme of your garment was going to be based around.
Originally, it was based around like proportion, exaggeration of proportions, but seeing like the fabric and stuff that we had available, I kind of switched up my game plan a bit, and now I'm trying to just work with what I have.
Okay. Rue, how are you getting on here? Don't worry about that.
So I've started doing some of the initial pieces.
Okay.
Got this done.
Nice.
I'm sticking to like traditional denim finishes, and it'll be sort of like repeated throughout both the garments.
Okay.
And I'm like incorporating this fabric as well.
Right.
So it'll have that denim and like mixed fabric texture, but like with denim finishes.
And this part, I presume, is
yes,
is there?
Is where this one goes where like which it's like in my traditional like designs, but I usually do have this woven sort of element.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring that back. I don't know, it's going to be an experiment. I don't know how it will work out, but like I'm trying to like incorporate a different touch of that.
Okay, I
and
see.
also I was thinking of adding a little bit of crochet as well.
Right.
To give that texture and like pop off silhouette. I don't know if I have enough time, but yeah.
All right, okay, cool. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
It's looking good. So Salima, I see you like standing and overlocking like I do. It's quite a skill. How you
I find it easier.
Yeah, so do I. How are you getting on?
Good. I'm just putting my trousers together, the front and the back.
What fabric have you selected?
I selected, this is scuba.
Yes, yeah.
And it's quite thick, so I thought it would be good to give it that luxury look and feel. It's thick, but it's also silky.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to make the shape that I need it to make.
Okay. So you're not sure if the fabric's doing what you want it to yet, or?
No, so I'm going to have to see. Like, I'm going to work how it falls.
Okay.